Okay, what we're going to do is introduce a new store book. I want to go over this real quick with you so you understand what you're going to be doing. So this is the main page of, it's an Excel file. This is the index. It shows you everything that's included in the store book. We've included a to-do list, your store book page. You have a maintenance checklist, store items, maintenance items around in and around your stores. You have a annual calendar, a monthly to-do or monthly checklist kind of thing, and then individual tabs that you're going to do maintenance history on your systems. We'll get into that in a minute. Your vendors list, any spare parts that you need, bulbs, different things like that, and then each store is going to be able to create their own troubleshooting tips to share with other managers who may come in, either new managers to their store or temporary managers helping out for a day or a week or whatever. First thing you're going to want to do when you get this new form is just click and fill in your store name, address, all your pertinent information here, and then you're going to save it. I have autosave on, but you'll just save it. And these are all going to be linked on the cloud, so you won't actually download them. You will only access them through the link that you're going to get these. This way, they're always updated. There's always a backup copy of it, and your training managers and district managers can access these anytime they need to for any information about your stores. So you will not download this. It will stay on the cloud, and you will just access it through the link. Okay? And there'll be information on that when you get the links. First item is your to-do list. If you click that, it pulls it up. You've got the date added, the task that needs to be done, the date it was completed, and then any notes that you may have about it, things that you need to get to complete the task, or notes about something that happened during the task. You guys can kind of customize this to whatever you need it to be. And then if you click back up here, it's got a little return to index. It takes you back to this first page. Second tab that you're going to have here is called the store book. This is going to have all of the pertinent information about your store. Your Wi-Fi password, your phone lines, if you have elevator information, your Comcast account number, burglary and fire alarm information, PayPros accounts, your store manager contact information, district manager, all this kind of information, passwords for your store, your Get5, which has changed now, but you'll put that in there. Store alarm passwords, PC passwords. Here's a section over here where you can put who your electricity provider is, their phone number, your account number. It's got all your different places to keep the information about your store. And we've actually we've added areas for you to expand if you need more room, and then an additional so that you can put anything you need on this page. And again, you can return to index. Now these are all four the same. These are checklists. You can see number one here is check the store book tab, which is here, and make sure that all the information is correct and up to date. You want to do that once a month. Check that you've done it. Just put an X in the box, or whatever works for your store. And then your notes will be right here. At the end of the quarter, you'll send this email to your district manager. And then 3, 4, they're all the same. Just work your way down through all the items on the checklist. And if we click back up here, next one is the annual calendar. And again, there's room to expand for what your personal needs are. Lube your gate, inspect your gutters, roof inspection, fire system inspection, elevator inspections, paint your bollards, whatever you need to do. Check the thermostats, your timers, sprinklers, whatever you do, you need to do, put it on here. This way you can pull this up and you say, oh, it's May. In June, we've got to test the NVR, or it's July, we need to get ready to paint the bollards next month. You know, all these things. It just makes it easier to keep track of what you're doing here. Return to your index, and now it's your monthly. And again, just an item of checklist, just, you know, things you can add, you can subtract, you know, use it to make your store run the way it needs to run. And now, here's your individual system maintenance notes. Here, you'll type in your vendor name, phone number, and email if you have it. This way, if you just click on the gate and you know you have an issue, you've got their information right here for your preferred vendor. Otherwise, let's say that you had an issue with the chain, you'd type in what the issue was, the date that it happened, the date that it was fixed, who fixed it, the cost, and then any notes associated with it. You could use an invoice number, you could say, you know, whatever notes you need to keep with it, you can put right there, and we've got that for all your main systems of your store. Okay? We return to index. This section here is for your preferred vendors. Again, you can add, subtract, whatever you need to do. You've got your category, fire alarms and extinguishers, who your preferred vendor is, the contact person. If you have a service contract or any specific information, you know, call this specific person, or, you know, whatever it happens to be, phone number and email address for that vendor. And you can see you've got room to fit them all in there. Your parts catalog, bulbs, fixtures, ballasts, photocells, if you have automatic doors, if you have remotes for those doors, you know, whatever you happen to need, items that you use quite a bit in the maintenance of your facility, you'll want to put here. And the last section is the troubleshooting. And at this point, it's all going to be blank. You're going to put things in here like, there was one specific store where they said that they had elevator issues, but all you had to do was go in and flip this switch and reset something, and it fixed the elevator. You didn't have to call somebody. So if you have those kind of things, you know, that are pertinent to your store, you're going to want to just keep track of what they are here. That way a new person or someone coming in to help doesn't have to recreate the wheel, so to speak, and they'll be able to pick right up and keep the store flowing. Those are the main things with this. I know it was brief. If you have any questions, there'll be contact information when this information comes out to you. But we really think this is going to be something that's going to help keep the stores, keep your information succinct, accessible. It's going to help you keep your stores clean and maintained as long as you use the tools that have been provided here. We've used it in a few stores. We've had trialed it in a few stores. It's working really well. Again, we just think it's going to be something that's really going to help keep the stores up to date and make it to where we're not constantly looking for information and things like that. Thank you for your time.